Hello. I'm a PhD student in cryptography and data security at the Sciences and the Technology University of Oran, attached to the Laboratory of Coding and Security of Information in the Electronic Department and the Faculty of Electrical Engineering, and I'm the corresponding author of this paper titled Mitigating Blackhole Attacks in Wireless Body Area Network, with ID number of 37822. In this paper, we aim to develop a trusted secured routing ad hoc on-demand distance vector protocol to fight against blackhole attacks within the wireless body area network. The Trusted Secure Routing Protocol incorporates a routing strategy based on trust value to detect malicious nodes based on its trust value, a routing technique based on node residual energy to select the node with the high residual energy during the communication process, and a hybrid cryptography algorithm that merges the Affine cipher with the modified RSA cipher algorithm to secure communication against malevolent biomedical sensor attacks. Simulation outcomes demonstrate that the suggested protocol outperforms the traditional ad hoc on-demand distance vector routing protocol in all evaluation metrics, including data rate, energy consumption, packet delivery ratio, and delay. Its main strength is that it considers several factors like illegitimate medical sensor detection, efficient network energy use, and secure data transmission, unlike similar secured routing protocols. Furthermore, the hybrid cipher algorithm improves the effectiveness and increases the security level of sensitive data compared to traditional cipher algorithms such as the Affine cipher and the RSA cipher. We start with the definition of the wireless body network. A wireless body area network, WBAN, is a subkind of mobile ad hoc network designed to collect vital medical data using several sensors placed on, in, or around the human body. The data gathered is then wirelessly transmitted to a sync node, relaying to a medical server via an access point, as shown in Figure 1. However, the decentralized infrastructure of the network exposes it to various denial of services attacks, including black hole attacks. This paper aims to address this issue. A black hole attack takes advantage of weaknesses in routing protocol's route discovery process by sending false routes to the receivers. When receiving a route request packet, the attacker biosensor sends a fake route replay packet with a higher sequence number to the sender biosensor, indicating that it has the most recent and shortest route to the receiver. Once the sender biosensor selects this route, which includes a malicious biosensor, the malicious biosensors disregard all packets instead of forwarding them to the intended receiver, as seen in Figure 2. Previous studies have used secure routing protocols to mitigate black hole attacks in the network. For example, M. Santhi Shri and his team have proposed a SAODV protocol as a potential solution to reduce the negative impact of gray hole and black hole attacks on network performance. The effectiveness of this protocol has been evaluated based on various metrics like overhead, delay, throughput, and packet delivery ratio and compared with the basic AODV protocol version. Based on simulation outcomes analysis, the contributors found that the suggested protocol is more efficient than the AODV protocol. It improves network performance and increases network security. Anil and Sudesh Kumar created a secure AODV routing protocol, analyzed its performance, and compared it to the AODV protocol under black hole attacks. They measured the latency, packet delivery ratio, and throughput. Based on the simulation outcomes, contributors found that the secure AODV protocol has a higher packet delivery ratio than the AODV protocol. Moreover, the data bit rate of the secure AODV protocol is better than the AODV protocol. However, including end-to-end delay, the impact on secure AODV by the illegitimate sensor is similar to that on AODV, as displayed in Table 1. The existing secure protocols improve network security and performance. However, they consume significant amounts of time and energy and use a single line of defense based on their security mechanism, which weakens their security level. Furthermore, their security mechanisms are vulnerable to forced brute attacks. These are their primary limitations. Our research concentrated on suggesting a trusted secure routing protocol to combat black hole attacks in the wireless body area network. The proposed Trusted Secure Routing Protocol incorporates the routing strategy based on the trusted value used to find the alternative trusted path to avoid attacks, the routing technique based on sensor residual energy to select the sensor with the high residual energy during the communication process, and the hybrid cryptography algorithm combining the Affine cipher with the modified RSA cipher algorithms to secure the communication between sensors. Its main strength is that it considers several factors like illegitimate sensor detection, efficient network energy use, and secure data transmission. The suggested trusted secure routing protocol combats the previous routing protocol drawbacks by using two defense lines, the routing strategy as the first defense line with the hybrid cryptography algorithm as the second defense line, to fight against force brute attacks. It increases the network security level by employing the hybrid cryptography algorithm. Furthermore, based on experimental analysis, our routing protocol improves the network performances concerning data rate, delay, packet delivery ratio, and energy consumption compared to previous methods and traditional AODV protocol, as depicted in Table 2. We have to accomplish two main tasks to achieve our objective in this paper. The first task is to simulate a wireless body area network using the AODV routing protocol under a black hole attack, while the second task is to suggest a trusted secure AODV routing protocol based on a cryptographic algorithm and compare its performance with the traditional AODV protocol. The first task involves designing and simulating an IJEECS network similar to a real IJEECS network using Network Simulator 2.35. The network comprises several biomedical IJEECS sensors set in the human head distributed according to a star topology with the sink. We assume that the communication between the wearable biomedical sensors and the sink is not secured and can be targeted by black hole attacks, which take advantage of the AODV routing protocol weakness and compromise the devices within the network. The second task is to suggest a new trusted secure routing protocol to combat black hole attacks in the wireless body area network. The trusted secure routing protocol based on the cryptographic algorithm is a refined and improved version of the Ad-hoc on-demand distance vector routing protocol. It is designed to secure communication transmission within wireless body area networks and allows unicast and multicast packet transmission even when sensors move dynamically. Its main strength is its consideration of multiple factors like malicious sensor detection, efficient network energy use, and secure data transmission. It functions in three phases for reliable packet transmissions. The three phases of the trusted secure routing protocol are the route request phase, route reply phase, and data transmission phase. In the route request phase, the source sensor initiates the initial route revelation process by broadcasting a spurious route request packet containing a fake destination address and destination sequence number. When a malicious sensor responds with a false route reply packet claiming that it has an optimal route to the destination, the source sensor can identify the malicious sensor by recognizing the invalid route reply received. Subsequently, the source sensor disseminates this information to all other sensors, effectively preventing the malicious sensor from participating in forwarding packets and disconnecting it from the network. This process allows the detection and elimination of illegitimate sensors caused by black hole attacks in the communication network in an earlier stage, as shown in Figure 3. Also, during the route request phase, any malicious sensors resulting from low battery power are identified and removed by calculating the trust value of the sensors. The trust value of a sensor S is determined by equation 1, which consists of three parameters: the successful transmission and reception of packets from sensor SI to sensor SJ, the dropped packets from sensor SI to sensor SJ, and the uncertainty factor, which initially set to 1 and will be updated frequently. A value of 1 for the uncertainty factor indicates that the sensor is uncertain about the trustworthiness of the sensor SJ. The trust value varies from 0 to 1 and is updated depending on subsequent successful or failed packet transmissions from sensor SI to sensor SJ. For a sensor to be trusted, its trust value should be greater than or equal to half. Every sensor in the network periodically shares the trust values of its neighboring sensors with all other sensors. Only trusted sensors are involved in information exchange, while all sensors with a trust value of less than half will be deemed malicious and removed from the network. The trust value of a sensor is updated based on the number of packets forwarded or discarded by it on behalf of other sensors. Upon identifying and isolating the malicious sensors caused by black hole attacks, the source sensor sends out a new route request packet with the accurate destination sequence number to all its trusted neighbors via a trusted route for the second time, thus initiating the route request phase. When an intermediate sensor receives a route request packet from a neighbor, it proceeds as follows. It checks if it is the target destination by comparing its address with the destination address. If it is the target destination, it sends a response back to the source via the reverse route. If not, it proceeds to the next steps. It checks if the time to live is 0. If it is, it discards the received packet. Otherwise, it decrements the time to live field and increments the hop_count field. It maintains the sender address in its routing table and adds it to the root request packet. It sends a destination request to the next sensor in the routing table and waits for a destination reply. It checks if the trust value of the next neighbor sensor in the routing table is less than half. If it is, it marks the neighbor sensor as malicious, sends an alert message to all other sensors to exclude the malicious sensor from forwarding packets, disconnects the malicious sensor from the network, and looks for another trusted neighbor to transmit the request. If the trust value is not less than half, it proceeds to the last step of the root request phase. It sends the root request packet to the neighbors. The root request packet is sent until it reaches the destination in a secure way. When the destination receives a root request packet, it waits for a specific time before receiving other root request packets. After the root request phase, the destination sensor prepares to exchange encrypted data packets with the source sensor using a hybrid cipher technique that merges the Affine cipher with the modified RSA cipher, as shown in Figure 4. So, during the root replay phase, the destination sensors perform the following steps. It computes the public key of the modified RSA algorithms in equation 2 by selecting 6 prime numbers, unlike in the traditional RSA, where the public key is calculated based on 2 prime numbers. It calculates the Euler's phi function based on the 6 prime numbers previously computed as in equation 3, unlike in the traditional RSA, where the Euler's phi function is calculated based on 2 prime numbers. It selects an integer e, which represents the public key, with the GCD of public keys e, n equals 1, and e is between 1 and the public key n. It calculates an integer d, which represents the secret key of the modified RSA algorithm using equation 4. It calculates the cost of each discovered path using equation 5. It selects the path with the higher cost value. By doing this, it chooses the path with the higher residual energy and the smallest number of intermediate sensors, shortest route. It sends the public keys, n, e, to the source sensor via a root reply packet. The root reply packet is sent through the reverse route until it reaches the source device. Upon receiving the root reply packet, the source encrypts the data using the Affine cipher combined with modified RSA algorithms. The source sensor follows these steps. It selects 2 secret keys, I and j, with I doesn't equal 0, j doesn't equal 0, and GCD of I, a, equals 1, where a is the size of the alphabet. It encrypts the data packets using the Affine cipher as in equation 6. It encrypts the encrypted data packets with the Affine cipher using the modified RSA cipher as in equation 7. It sends encrypted data packets with the secret keys through the reverse route until they reach the destination device. Upon receiving the encrypted data, the destination device performs the following steps. It decrypts the encrypted message with the modified RSA cipher, as shown in equation 8. It decrypts the decrypted message with the modified RSA cipher using the Affine cipher, as shown in equation 9. It sends an acknowledgement packet to the source sensor through the reverse route until it reaches the source device. This protocol is highly reliable because it supports the transmission of an acknowledgement after successfully transmitting packets from the source to the destination. Once the destination sensor receives all the packets from the source sensor, it sends a data received packet to the source sensor. Upon receiving the data received packet from the destination sensor, the source sensor designates the entire route as trusted, through which it has successfully transmitted data packets and received the DR packet. Sensors determine if the route is trusted by calculating the trust value as shown in equation 10 and consider it a trusted route when the trust route value is more than or equal to half. The Trusted Secure Routing Protocol enhances network security by considering factors such as detecting illegitimate medical sensors, efficient network energy use, and secure data transmission. In contrast, the AODV routing protocol does not consider network security measures. We have developed a trusted secure routing protocol to protect data from black hole attacks in the wireless body area network. To simulate the network, we utilized the network simulator tool NS 2.35 and applied various metrics listed in Table 3. The network simulation involves a variation of 100 medical sensors and a range of 25 illegitimate sensors. In our assessment, we considered the performance of the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol and the AODV routing protocol under conditions with illegitimate sensors, focusing on parameters such as data bitrate, transmission delay, energy consumption, and packet delivery ratio. Table 4 displays the differences in data rate, packet delivery rate, delay, and energy consumption under black hole attacks using the AODV and Trusted Secure Routing Protocol. According to the table, the values recorded under 100 sensors are approximately 98.12% for packet delivery rate, 0.78 megabit per second for data rate, 7.13 joule for energy consumption, and 1.62 milliseconds for the delay using the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, while the values recorded under 100 sensors are approximately 44% for packet delivery rate, 0.73 megabit per second for data rate, 7.41 joule for energy consumption, and 1.52 milliseconds for the delay using the AODV. Following the implementation of the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, there is a slight increase in enhancement in packet delivery rate of 7.68% compared to the AODV routing protocol due to the efficient and speedy delivery of packets to the destination sensor using the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, which detects and isolates black hole nodes in the earlier stage of the network communication before package delivery, unlike an AODV protocol where black hole nodes drop the packets. Another slight increase in enhancement in data rate of 0.05 megabit per second compared to the AODV routing protocol because the data passed via trusted intermediate nodes selected based on its trust value and achieved its destination when using the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, which detects and isolates malicious nodes that arise due to the low energy, unlike an AODV protocol where this malicious nodes lost the packets. However, there is a slight decrease in enhancement in energy consumption of 0.3 joule compared to the AODV routing protocol because the route with the highest remaining energy and the smallest number of intermediate nodes, shortest path, for the communication process is selected when using the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, which ensures efficient use of the limited resources, in particular the energy consumption. Unlike an AODV protocol where the black hole attacks which disrupt legitimate nodes' communication by sending false requests or claiming that the route through the attacker sensor was the correct or shortest path. Furthermore, we noticed an increase in delay of 0.1 joule compared to the AODV routing protocol because the sensor consumes more time encrypting and decrypting data when using the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol, which incorporated the mixed cipher technique. We observed a high delay when using the AODV due to the drop-down of a data packet during the communication process. Table 5 shows the performance comparison between the mixed cipher technique, which merges the Affine cipher incorporated in the Trusted Secure Routing Protocol with the modified RSA algorithms and other traditional methods like the Affine cipher and the RSA cipher algorithms. We anticipated that the suggested cipher technique described previously would be more complex than the classical RSA cryptosystem and Affine cipher algorithm. It is less vulnerable to malicious node attacks, as eavesdroppers will have difficulty deciphering the ciphertext or using brute force to break the system because of the increased complexity of the ciphertext resulting from the suggested cipher method compared to the classical Affine cipher or RSA algorithm. Combining the RSA method and Affine cipher could potentially enhance the effectiveness and security of text messages. Table 6 displays the performance comparison between AODV and Trusted Secure Routing protocols by evaluating several characteristics such as trusted route, communication security, and energy-efficient routing. We found that the proposed Trusted Secure Routing Protocol outperforms other protocols like traditional AODV and secure AODV routing protocols described in Slide 4. It offers a trusted path to route packets by selecting nodes with a trust value of more than half, unlike other routing protocols, which don't integrate this characteristic. The suggested protocol ensures low energy consumption in the packet routing process by selecting the path with the highest remaining energy and the smallest number of intermediate nodes, shortest path, unlike other routing protocols that don't integrate this characteristic. Furthermore, it guarantees a secure network by encrypting the data within the network, unlike in traditional odd routing protocol, where the cipher technique used is more robust against force brute attacks by merging the Affine cipher with the modified RSA algorithms, unlike in other secured protocols that use a simple cipher technique. Figure 4 shows a screenshot of our network simulation under black hole attacks with AODV protocol at the time t. We noticed that the unauthorized biosensor with ID number 6 did not forward any packets from the sink with ID number 0 to the destination sensor with ID number 24. Instead, it discarded the packets sent to it because the black hole attacks exploit weaknesses in the routing protocol's route discovery process by sending false routes to the receivers. When the attacker biosensor receives a root request packet, it sends a fake root reply packet with a higher sequence number to the sender biosensor, claiming to have the most recent and shortest route to the receiver. Once the sender biosensor selects this route, which includes malicious biosensors, the malicious biosensor disregards all packets instead of forwarding them to the intended receiver, causing link failures. Figure 5 shows a screenshot of our network simulation under Blackhole attacks with a trusted secure protocol. We observed the establishment of secure communication between the transmitter sensor with ID 0 and the receiver sensor with ID 24 via a trusted path. The successful communication establishment is because the source node detects Blackhole attacks by sending fake root request packets with a false destination address and destination sequence number. When a malicious node responds with a false root reply packet claiming that it has an optimal route to the destination, the source node can identify the malicious node by recognizing the invalid root reply packets received. In such cases, the legitimate sensors send alerts to inform their neighboring legitimate sensors. Each biosensor in the network is responsible for maintaining a trusted routing table containing the identification numbers of legitimate neighboring biosensors. This setup creates a complete network in which all the biosensors can securely communicate with each other. Additionally, malicious nodes that arise due to the lack of energy will be detected and isolated from the network during the communication if their trust value is less than half. After detecting and isolating illegitimate sensors, the source and destination sensors exchange secure information encrypted with the Affine cipher with the modified RSA algorithm. Despite the potential uses and advantages of wireless body area networks, they are susceptible to attacks, particularly Blackhole attacks. In response, we have developed a trusted and secure AODV routing protocol to address these vulnerabilities within wireless body area networks. Our proposed protocol considers multifactors such as node trust values, available battery power during the routing process, and secure data encryption during communication. It effectively detects and isolates Blackhole attacks using fake root request packets and identifies malicious nodes resulting from low energy by evaluating node trust values. Furthermore, it accounts for the battery life of intermediate nodes along the selected route. Additionally, it ensures secure communication through data encryption using a combined cipher technique that integrates the Affine cipher with modified RSA cipher algorithms. The experimental results demonstrate a 7.68% improvement in packet delivery ratio, a 0.05 megabit per second increase in data rate, and a 0.3 joule reduction in energy consumption when utilizing the trusted secure routing protocol compared to traditional AODV and secure AODV routing protocols. Our routing protocol effectively ensures a reliable route, selects trusted sensors with the highest residual energy, and enhances network security by employing a hybrid cipher technique that combines the Affine cipher with modified RSA algorithms, unlike traditional AODV and secure AODV routing protocols. Additional results show that the security mechanism in the suggested routing protocol is more robust and less susceptible to brute force attacks when using the hybrid cipher technique, unlike traditional single cipher algorithms such as the Affine cipher and the RSA cipher algorithms. In the future, we aim to address other attacks targeting the wireless body area network. From slides 24 to 27, we cited all the references we used to realize this study. This study was conducted by the corresponding author, me, and two co-authors, the supervisor and the co-supervisor. Thank you for your attention.